I was thinking, oh, hi. Hi. I was thinking I need something. I was thinking I need a catchphrase to jump into these things, but I don't have one. And as I'm thinking about what to say, I'm having all these thoughts about what I'm going to talk about, and I start talking about it in my head. And I feel weird when I start talking about it, like, didn't I just talk about that before? Yeah. But anyway, when I left this morning, my dad said to me, he said, if you see the gunman, dodge the bullet. So I'm thinking, I don't want to make any promises. I don't know if I'm that fast. And my dad's like, did you hear me? And I'm like, yeah, I'll try. He's like, yeah, if you see the gunman. But that's a thing. Like that, I mean, it's nice out here, but, you know, that's a thing. I don't like talk when I'm chewing gum. As you saw if you watched the video of the show. Throw it in the bush. So, well, let me start the big one, right? So, there's a mouse in my house. That rhymed. But no, there's a mouse in my house. I mean, there was one before when I came back for Christmas. I saw mouse traps or whatever. But whatever. Because the whole thing is when I came home for Christmas, I'm going to be leaving in a couple of, like a week or so. But anyway, I'm here and I go into the kitchen and I go to the microwave and then I see like him scurry about. And I'm like, whatever. But my dad catches them outside. So I guess this one ventured. Yeah, that happened. But so I'm sitting in the living room and I see him come out. This is like, what, 6 o'clock? Or it was like 3 o'clock, midday. So I see him come out and he just does his thing. So that's kind of annoying. Like he's, man, these dogs. There's a dog down here, man. Go across the street. So I see him. So then the next time I see him, it was like the third time I see him, and like he goes around the side of the wall, right? He comes around, and then he stops my beat machine's over there. It's in the case. And this mouse, he stands up on his back legs and he just looks at me. He's just looking at me like, as if he's saying, yo, what's this? And I'm saying telepathically, it's a beat machine. He's like, oh, that's what's up. You make beats? And I'm like, yeah. He's like, my cousin makes beats. They're a little cheesy. But, yeah, and then he just scurries off again. And then the fourth time I seen him, I go to the kitchen, I go to the microwave, and he's like behind the microwave because that's where my dad has his bread. And he's just looking at me. And I'm talking to him telepathically, like, listen, man, you can't be here. My dad catches you, he's gonna kill you. And he's like, dude, I gotta do what I gotta do. I got mouths to feed. And my cousin, he makes beats, and they're kind of cheesy. And then I'm like, whatever. And then he scurries off. So then I look, and there's the bread, and there's a little bit of hole in the bread thing, and like this dude is making a feast. He's out there partying with his cousin. He makes beats. So then I'm like, Dad, we got a mouse. And then he gets into mouse activation mode, and he's putting up all these traps and shit. So then I say before I go to bed last night, like, listen, if you want to live, listen, get the hell out, do what you got to do, but don't come back, because my dad is going to come at you now. Now you might say, oh, you really talking to that mouse? Yeah, I am. And this morning when I woke up, I was looking to see if he was trapped, because we got like one of those old school mouse traps, poison. My dad made some Tom-ish type traps. But yeah, man. If I recall correctly, didn't Michael Jackson make a song to the little mouse in his house? And didn't Disney dedicate its whole thing to a mouse? So I want to feel I'm in that camp of people who go making some Pixar movie based on mice. But yeah, that was that. I'm gonna try to timestamp these, so I think every 5 minutes well, I don't know if I can keep track like that, but I'm gonna try to timestamp this. Anyway, speaking of such, what do you think? What can I do to make these videos better? I mean, they long, and I'm just rambling. Classic Matt. Timestamping is cool if you want to jump around. I don't know if I could sit there and memorize everything I said unless I had a script, which then it would be not what I do because I'm unscripted. But yeah, what's some ideas? I randomly found, what's his name? Ray, the comedian, Ray, I don't know, big time YouTuber back in the day. I guess he still is, I don't know. But he popped up and he does like things in a short 1 minute, and he kind of gets all, like, it was funny. I watched like 8 of them, 8 minutes of my life. So I could do something like that, I don't know. The music, I don't know. There's a separate channel for music, but yeah. So let me know your thoughts and what have you. Someone hit me up. Well, actually, a lot of people hit me up, but someone hit me up and they're like, Matt, so what's it like to be back in the States? How is it? And I want to say it sucks. That's my go-to. It sucks. It's definitely not Japan. And to clarify, I don't mean it's not Japan like because I love anime and Japanese food and because that's never been my thing. It's not Japan in that my whole life got turned upside down, and I'm about to drink a story just right if I do it right. My life got flipped, turned upside down, and I like to tell you a story. I mean no cap. How I ended up coming home in the land that was home for Matt. Anyway, so it's just everything is upside down for me, man. Upside down. The biggest thing of upside downness, I would flip the camera, but that'd be annoying, right? Just imagine upside downness. It's just dealing with the locals, which is Americans. I'm American. But it's like the idea of being triggered, that concept. If you say this, people get triggered. And you gotta tiptoe around shit. Not that I was Mr. Step on people's feelings and what have you. Actually, it'd be the opposite in my case. It'd be on some, let's say I say something like, I like walking. And the person will be like, walking? I can't walk, you know, I don't like to walk, you know, I'm kind of lazy. Then I'll say something like, nah, walking's good for you. And then they'll say something like, oh, I wish I could walk like you. You're such a healthy person. I didn't do anything. I'm just telling you what I do. So this happens over and over again. So then it puts me in, I don't really want to talk about it because I don't want to hear anybody talking about what they don't do or what they do. But yeah. So that's one upside down thing. It might have happened in Japan, but usually it would go something like this, at least for Japanese people. Oh, my English is not so good. Finished. For foreigners who are living in Japan, it happened too, but it's Japan. Whatever. We had that. We're in Japan because of the reason that we're here. But now I'm here. It's upside down. That's the one thing. Now, there's some positives. I want to try to contrast my complaints with the positives. So, I mentioned before I had to get some dental work, get my wisdom teeth. And my tooth doesn't hurt today. So that's like, whatever genes I have, my teeth don't be hurting like that. They just kind of go away. But I do want to get them out because they should come out. Dentist said, take them out. But I needed another, he said I need to do some other thing, like a super cleaning. And when they sent it off to my insurance, they're like, we don't support super cleanings. Like this super cleaning is like 800, 900. It's like expensive, super cleaning. So they're like, well, you know, so the dentist like, you definitely got to get the wisdom teeth out, and it'd be nice if you can get the super cleaning. Your insurance may or may not cover it. So then they're like, we don't cover it. And I'm just like, all right, well, we'll figure it out, I guess. Anyway, I get a call the other day saying, hey, there's this program that you may qualify for. It's if you qualify, it's based on how much you can pay. It's a sliding scale system. I'm like, okay. So then I call the number and I'm like, this is my situation. And they're like, all right, well, it's gonna be free for you. I said, really? He's like, yep. All you gotta do is say that your dad takes care of you. Which is ironic because I'm here to take care of my dad, but you know, I'm living in his house. And so my dad just has to write a little note, and then I go to the place and I'm gonna get the thing for free. So if I was in Japan, that wouldn't happen. I would have to pay out of pocket. Although I was working, so it would have been what it was. So that's a good thing, I guess. Here, let's contrast that. It feels like I eat worse. Like when I was in Japan, I was not on a diet per se, but I was walking more. So I would be walking to work, I would walk home for work, and I would just walk to walk. And I was eating fish and chicken from the supermarket, like basically every day. Now that I'm home, I do got chicken. I throw it in the air fryer, but it'd be dry as hell. So dry, my dad won't even eat my chicken. Like, it's too dry. Plus, he said he likes bones in his chicken. That's why I'm bony. But yeah. So I find myself eating my dry chicken, eating a whole shitload of Hot Pockets, and chocolate every now and then. So I'm like eating worse. And then if I don't get out and walk, I do go to the gym. That is a plus. Go Mondays and Fridays. But the lifestyle is different. So that's kind of neutral. It's positive. I'm whatever. I drink more soda because it's just there. I try not to buy it. A positive music side. So I got a lot. What the hell's am I? I got a lot of free time. A lot of free time. Because I'm not going to work, you know. I'm sitting home for the most part. So I just sit there and work on different aspects of music. I put out my first beat tape. I put out a sample tape. I got a little project that it should have been put out like 2 weeks ago, but there's no rush. So that's gonna come out. So I'm dropping projects. I'm getting deep into the music. So right here would be like a timestamp in case someone really wanted to hear this. So for example, for the longest time, like all beat machines, they got a thing called ADSR. Attack, decay, good morning, sustain, and release. Now I know what the words are, I just never knew what it meant. ADSR. And that was that. And I've been making beats and music for, I don't know, 15 years. Never knew what it meant, even though I read about it. I watched some videos, it just eluded me. So I'm sitting here watching more videos and testing it out. And next thing I know, I'm like, so check out how I'm explaining it. You know, when you understand something, you could explain it like this. So basically ADSR is this, right? A sound, like an oscillator is just a sound like, ah, basically our voices, the little oscillators. So ah, it goes on and on. You drop an ADSR on that and it stops. Now, if you push a button, the keys or whatever, ah, ah, ah. If you didn't have the ADSR, just ah, put the ADSR on, it's ah, ah, like that. Now, the A stands for attack. So if you have it all that way at the bottom, it's just gonna be ah, ah. But if you raise it, then it's a ah. I'll spare you all that. But I understand it in a way that I could explain it in a way that makes sense for me. Might not make sense for y'all, but. So that's one benefit of being here, because I have time to just sit there and try out different things. And like all the programs I've been using, I'm looking at it now like, damn, I understand you. You no longer elude me, program. And then on the other side, I'm like, you mean I bought like the same program? You know, different apps, but they all do the same thing, because sound is sound, modulating sounds, and like, you got me. Same thing with the sample packs. I bought so many sample packs, and I'm like, I can just make my own. Yeah, I ain't doing nothing. Some are, but most aren't. I'm throwing random sounds on a pack saying this is whatever. But yeah, so I got time to do that. I haven't finished my book, because that's how my mind works. It's either A or B. The open mics are cool, as you can see. You know, just doing my thing and meeting people, getting that love. But you saw how it looks in there, right? Like, I walk into these open mics like, they're not gonna like me, because it's, you know. And if you just went by, if you look at the if you look at some of the faces, the one person, they did not smile the whole thing. They're just like, why is he here? Or maybe she's thinking, oh my gosh, he's so great, or I'm so I don't know. But if you went by looks, it felt one way. But nice people, nice. It's a once a month thing, so I'm gonna go back, and since it's inside and it's like a bunch of friendlies, I'm gonna do something with a projector. I don't have a set for that. Like, this is some new territory. But since I got nothing but time, I could work on doing some visuals behind my set, which is just on some 10.0 shit, jumping. Yeah. Anything else of importance? Nah, that's about it, man. That's about it. The wonderful world of Matt. Wonderful world of bugs. But yeah, where are we at? We're at 18 minutes. We might not even get to 40 minutes. We might make this a short one. Make it a short one. But yeah, we'll make it short. Actually, I'm gonna make a video for my other channel, because I've been meaning to do that. But yeah, so thank you for watching. And this shirt right here, Golden Rose, if you Google it, okay, if you Google it, right, I said I was going to be done, but so on Fiverr, someone hit me up saying they would like me to take pictures, because mind you, I'm a rapper in Japan. I'll rap your thing, rap your idea, whatever. And he hits me up like, can you take pictures of you wearing my brand in Japan? And I'm like, okay. He's like, how much? And I just throw out a price. I'm like, I don't know, $80? He's like, sold. So then he's like, can you make a shirt, and can you wear it? I go to my spot that I used to make my shirts at. It was like $15 to make the shirt. I go there and dude's like, it's gonna cost you $75. I'm like, what? But you did my logo for $15. I guess inflation, I don't know, but he wasn't budging. It took me maybe $10 from where I live to get up to that spot. So I'm negative $10 from the 85, right? Then I go to this other spot, and he's like, yeah, it's gonna cost $56. So to get to that point, it cost me another $10. So I'm down 20, and it's gonna cost $60 basically to make the shirt. That means I made $5. So then I'm like, damn, I didn't price it right. So then I go back to him, and I'm like, listen, you know, it's gonna take time, it's gonna cost money. So he dropped another 30 on it. So it's like 110, 120, 110. And we had to wait 3 weeks for the shirt to come. The shirt comes, this is like, I want to say February. I get the shirt, and like this dude, this is a black dude who lived in Sweden, right? Or no, Amsterdam, one of the two. So he's like, you know, just take pictures of you wearing a shirt in interesting locations. We're in Shibuya, that's my spot, so I was thinking I should have asked someone to come and help me take the pictures, because that would have been easy. But you know, I don't really do things easy like that. So I pull out the tripod, I got Bluetooth on my camera. It was like a dragon, a big dragon was trying to eat my face. So I'm setting up the camera, and then I'm running over there, and I'm waiting for the thing. 3, 2, 1, pose, come back, too fuzzy. And it's cold, man. I'm taking off the coat, run over there, take the picture, pose, come back, look at that too. So I'm doing this all, then it's getting nighttime. I send in the first batch of pictures, like, oh yeah, it's cool, but can you get more poses? Now, I always try to deliver to the best of my ability. So I went back out, and I took another set of pictures. So like the first time, maybe 4 hours, and maybe I did another 3 hours. To get to that spot, it took about $10 both times. So I take the pictures, and I'm out there doing my thing, and you know, finished. I see this little pizza shop. I go over there, and I'm like just, you know, chilling. I had my camera on the stand, the shit fell over. Didn't break, but it did fall. And as I'm sitting in there, these skaters come in there, and they got a cameraman too. Actually, he had the same camera as me, right? So there's like 8 of these skateboarders, 1 cameraman, and they're all like there. And I'm like looking, feeling like a loser, you know, because I'm all by myself, and they got a crew. And I'm like, wow, I don't got a crew. Sucks to be me. Mind you, I just did a gig, and I'm putting in work, and I managed to figure out all that, but you know, I'm by myself, and I'm like, oh, I'll go home. So I give him the photos, and he's like, yeah, that's what's up. Thank you. I love it. He follows me on YouTube or Instagram for a while. I don't know if he still does. And then I send the thing off to the Fiverr, the finished pictures, and they take their cut, like $5 or $6, $7, $10. So how much did I make in all of that? I made, drum roll please, -$5. That's right. All of that. Now I did get my 5 stars, and I got my good rating, and I got a shirt, and the pictures did come out really dope. I posted a couple, and people are like, wow, those are really good photos, self-portraits. But I made -$5. And well, I got a story from that. On the YouTube side, right, since I've been posting frequently, they said I made in the past, what, month or whenever I started, $20. That's how much YouTube pays me, $20. $20 better than no dollars, but YouTube don't cash out until you hit $100. So if I never hit $100, but yeah. And they flagged me for the video. Like I mean, that algorithm, man, on some Terminator shit. They knew that, like, I did little contests. Where did these songs come from? YouTube AI, like, it came from this movie, the movie, not the song. And So you can't be playing with them. But it seems like they're not flagging you, because back in the day, you get a strike and your channel gets deleted. They just seem to be taking the money that you would make, so the ads pop up, and they just take the ad money, the ad revenue, and give it to who needs it. Which is cool, I guess, if you're on the other side of that. Is that a snake? It is a snake. Man, I wish I didn't see that snake. Now I'm gonna be looking for snakes. Snakes in the grass. Snakes in the Degrassi. Where we at? 25? All right. We're gonna turn around this bend, and if nothing comes up in my mind, we're gonna end that. End that. End that. But yeah, man. Let me end on this. End on this. So one of the greatest things, and you guys can see this if you've been watching throughout the weeks. Like, I really like the fact that I get to spend time with my dad, because if you added up all the times in the past 15 years that I spent with my dad, it would amount to like 2 weeks, 3 weeks, because I would come home for Christmas, but then I'd be off doing shit with people who live here. So I'm never really home. It's not like we're talking. But now, like yesterday, there was a rainbow. It was a beautiful rainbow. It just rained, and I'm like, yeah, it looks like it's gonna have a rainbow. I'm like, Dad, you ever see a double rainbow? He's like, there's no such thing. I'm like, so I was gonna go to my iPad and show him all these double rainbows I've seen in Japan. I seen a triple rainbow. I just seeing rainbows like that. So I look outside, and there's this beautiful, vivid rainbow. I'm like, Dad, there's a rainbow. And it was a double rainbow, a weakish double rainbow. He comes out, and he's like, hey, it's a rainbow. And then my neighbor comes out and like, oh, look, it's a double rainbow. My dad's like, yeah, he was saying about double rainbows. And the guy's like, yeah, that means someone's gonna get blessed. My dad's like, no, that means that it's not gonna rain. And I'm like, no, that means that the light is going through the rain droplets and is acting like a prism, and it's being split into 7 different colors: red, orange, yellow, green, indigo, and violet. Because light, but I didn't say all that, because let them have their, maybe my dad was right. Rainbows usually come after the rain stops. So I guess he's accurate, I guess. And hey, we all need more blessings. So if you can find blessings, shit, you watching me make this video, you are going to be blessed. You know? So let everyone have it. But, you know, my mind was going to, that is the accurate, factual reason for a rainbow. And I only know that because when I was teaching, we had a rainbow lesson, and we would have to recreate rainbows using, we did a little sciencey stuff. It was cool. I mean, some kids like, eh, and other kids like, wow, rainbow. But yeah, man, thank you for watching. I do appreciate it. It helps me through these times, and eventually, well, who knows what's gonna happen, but for now. So be safe, and catch you on the flip side.